Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going fantastic. Got up, this is my second cup of coffee. I just filled it up here. So I've been working at my desk a little bit, answering emails, getting my game plan together for what I have to do today, reading my Bible. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to begin my day. So it's just gonna be a good baking / snack making day today, because I don't actually have to bake everything that I'm gonna do today. But the perks of having to get a little bit chilly like fall and wintertime is you're more forced to be inside a little bit more. So you do a little bit more stuff in your home. So I do a little bit more baking. I do a little bit more food prep, like making treats, things like that I feel like through the fall and winter, sometimes through the summer, but it's just hot and you just want to get outside. That's what you want to do. But I know that we're just going to go to the park today, but not going to be outside all afternoon like in the pool, because you know it's all a murky mess right now. So that's what I enjoy about the fall times and the winter times, things like that, because you can do some different homemade treats. We don't buy as many snacks because we make more of them ourselves. So today I like to do energy bites. That's something I've done, like I'm sure you've seen the one where it's the peanut butter and the honey and the oatmeal and the chocolate chips. We've been making those since forever. So then I've started adding things over the years. And so I used to get these little Lara bars, I think they're called. They were little Lara bar bites. And they were basically, I was like, they're like $5 for a tiny bag. And I'm like, this has to be so easy to make. So I found a recipe online, made those over the years and really enjoyed those. And I'm like, I need to make more of those. And then last year I made pumpkin pie bites, and those were so good. And I forgot how good those were. And so that's what I'm gonna make today. I'm gonna do some different kind of little bites. They will go in the freezer, last in the freezer for a long time. You can pull them out, let them thaw and eat them. They're just a quick little healthier treat to make. And then I was looking through my recipes, and we haven't made monster cookies in forever. It's been a long time. So I bought the ingredients yesterday. We're gonna make a big batch of monster cookies and put them in the freezer. And then Greg, he was like, I need more cherry pie. So I'm gonna make some cherry pie for him today. And then I'm sure get some stuff in there for dinner, things like that today. But we'll start with these snacks today. So you guys ready? Yes, let me get an earbud in. I've got my mixer out. I'm gonna start on my number one, get my food processor out, because that's where you mix everything up in. Start on the Lara bar recipe. All right, you ready? All right, let's go. So this one is super easy. You just need some unsweetened cocoa nut flakes. You're gonna need some walnuts. You need coconut flour. You need such a small amount. I will have this for eternity. I'll end up putting this in my freezer, but that's all that Walmart sold. You're gonna need some cocoa, and then you're also gonna need some dates. Dun, dun, dun. Now, have you ever had dates delivered to your house? Look at that. Now, usually I get them at the store, but I wasn't able to find any, so I actually ordered these online from a company. Let's see, Medjool. These are never revived or hydrated. They're plucked straight from the tree and freshly sent to cold storage, and they're 100% organically grown. So they came and I was like, that's pretty awesome. They literally plucked them, put them in here. So here's some fresh dates in here, which is really good. So I'm gonna take these and de-pit them. I remember when I started working with dates, I didn't realize that some don't have pits, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I don't like just eating these plain, but they are good. That's what helps bind your energy bites together, and you don't even taste them. Now, I've done raisins in place of these before. Ooh, cannot do that. They have the sweet flavor of them just does not do good. So you want dates if you're gonna be doing these recipes. So I just did a quick look on hack. Oh, look at that, that works. Look at that, to de-pit it. That's how you pull them out. Put those in my measuring cup, because I have to measure out so many. Which end? Okay, the pit's at this end. I'm like, which end? So I guess you just put your little thing through there. Oh, you gotta make sure you push it right on there. The guy on the internet was knowing what he's doing. You can cut these apart too. They're just kind of sticky. Yeah, I don't see a pit. Did I totally miss it? Did I totally miss that one? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's gross. All right, those, gross meaning like, I feel like you're pushing something through. I don't know what, but this is good. I'm gonna just de-pit some of these here. Look at that, there it is. Pull those out, because you don't want those in there. I guess you might be able to grind them up in your food processor, but you don't need that in there, so let's take that little piece out. But isn't that cool? A fig tree. Like Jesus and the fig tree. Remember the story where he rebuked the fig tree and then it withered? Yeah, here's figs. They would just grab them off and eat them. There we go. There's that one. The figs are good. You can keep these in here. These will last for a while. They're just sticky. They can get sticky. There they are. Squeeze those things out. They don't really have a smell. They do have a flavor, but not like a raisin or anything. And figs are really good for you. I know your diet with figs. Okay, the guy he was going really slow, so there probably was like a trick to this. Okay, so I'm gonna pull, and if you can't, you just rip apart the whole date with your fingers, and the pit's right inside, right there. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna do a few more. I need about a cup of dates here. I'm gonna do this and then put everything in the food processor. Everything just goes in the food processor here. So put your dates in first, because those you want to get all ground up, and then you're gonna add your other ingredients. It's like a nice ball of dough. You can add a little bit of liquid to it, like water, but this is perfect. I'm gonna put this in my bowl here. Roll these into balls, dip them in the coconut flour, put them on a cookie sheet because I'm gonna flash freeze them and put them in a bag. So during this time I'm catching up on my YouTube videos. So I'm actually watching Planning for the Holidays with the Daily Connoisseur, Jennifer. She's a sweet friend of mine. So I'm watching her video right now. I usually save all my videos, and then I don't usually get a chance to kind of just sit and do them when I'm just laying around relaxing, because who does that? But I'm gonna put these on when I'm just mindlessly making little balls and putting them on the cookie sheet here. So let's roll up some balls and watch Planning for the Holidays. I'm so getting itchy. I never usually put Christmas stuff up early, but I'm like thinking, feel like this is the year. I used to way back in the day, and I haven't in a long time. So this just might be the year for early. So we'll watch some more of these videos. Let's make some balls. Okay, so I have these right here. You can just leave them like this. You don't need to refrigerate them, but I'm gonna put them in the freezer because then they stay hidden. This is something that once the kids go, oh, these are really good, and they start popping them and eating, and sometimes they sit because nobody finds them, and I'm like, oh, I've had these for months in there. So I just made a small batch. This will be delicious. Take one out. It tastes so good. So I'm gonna I don't do anything else with coconut flour, like nothing. So I'm going to put this with clothespin and put it in my freezer. The next thing I'm gonna do is pumpkin pie bites. So I'm gonna get the ingredients out for that. Okay, so we're gonna need some more dates, my Medjool dates here. So I'm gonna de-pit a few more and then put them in a cup, your measuring cup here, and then we'll put all the ingredients here. This has pumpkin pie spice in it. I'm gonna add cinnamon and nutmeg. It requires pumpkin, like pureed, so I have all that. I don't need all this. I think you need a quarter cup. Yeah, quarter cup. So the rest will go in the freezer. There's a little bit of syrup and oatmeal. Nuts, pecans, delicious, so good. So recipe on the screen. Let's pit some dates first. These ones, you're gonna want your oatmeal to be like ground up. So I'm actually gonna grind up my oatmeal first and then take that out and then do my oats. Just because, actually, you know what? I'll do this and the pecan halves. Where's the pecans? The pecans. Let me do some of these. So that way they can get nice and ground up. Everything else is ground up, right? It is. Let me grind this up and then I'll take this out. You want it more like a finer powder. That will be good. Okay, then do your dates because those are gonna be sticky. They're sticky. Okay, then these ones are a little bit gooier. I did add a little bit more dates because I wanted to use them all up, but it tastes like a pumpkin pie, not the double deep in sugar, but it has the flavor of the pumpkin. You get the texture in there, and then it has a little bit of the sweetness in there from the dates and the syrup. So I'm just gonna roll these into balls, put these on that same cookie sheet so I can put them in the freezer. Put these in my freezer, just freeze them solid, then I'll put them in individual containers in the freezer and just grab them out, let them thaw. They take just a few seconds and they're delicious. Okay, real fast. I was in my pantry getting my ingredients out for the next thing, and I found this almond flour. This is from my friend Ariel in France, because I was thinking, what can I coat the pumpkin bites with? So I'm gonna actually dip this in there, put it just so it gives a little bit of coating. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so that gives it just a little bit of a coating, something different. Next, we're moving on to energy bites. So I'm just gonna put the recipe on the screen, all the ingredients, mix in a bowl, mix your wet ones together first with the other ones, just mix with your hands, probably put some gloves on and make some balls. We used to do hundreds of these because kids just ate them all the time. I remember looking, I think I had 15 cups of oatmeal. Yeah, I won't be doing 15 cups of oatmeal, I'll be doing 1 cup of oatmeal. But back in the day, when there was 10 of them at home, we did 15 cups of oatmeal, so we've come a long way. Actually, why am I mixing this? I have a mixer. I'm gonna put it all in the mixer. And I've seen different people do, like I know Kimberly Whisk, that's her name, Kimberly Watt. She does these in a pan and just does them and cuts them. She just grabs it the way it is. I'll make little balls so I can put them in the freezer. Then the kids can take out one. This is a very small batch. I'm looking at it going, this is really tiny. But that's okay because we're going small, right? I'll make it, if they eat it up, we'll make more. The next thing we mix up is monster cookies. Now monster cookies are called monster cookies because you're supposed to take the M&Ms and put like little eyes and a little nose on there. But I just bought the mini ones, so I'm just gonna put all of that in here. You do a mixture of butterscotch, chocolate chips, and the M&Ms stick in here. The recipe doesn't call for flour because they're more of a chewy kind of cookie, but I do add a little bit because I do like to bind them together. So I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen. I'm looking back at my blog post, and we literally used to do quadruple this recipe. We're not quadrupling today. We're just gonna do what it says. So I'll put it on the screen and then mix it up. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is Greg really liked those mini cherry pies that I made. So I've got a can of pie filling and I'm gonna do one crust. I feel like my 24 pan right here, I feel like it was 3 packages of pie crust, but I only got this one out, which will have 2 rolls. Like there was 1, 2, obviously. I think the third one will do a whole one, but I'll just do the 2, that's fine. While the cookies are baking in the oven, just roll these out, really simple. Roll them kind of thinner, put them in the muffin tin after you spray it, and then fill it with pie filling. It's so easy and delicious. Okay, so this is the other dessert I was gonna make, is the cherry pies. So I'm just gonna be doing the cookies, then put the cherry pies in there. That's it for my baking today. So I'm gonna finish right there for food. I gotta get kids up and running, get things done, and then I'm gonna come back and then I'll make our food. I'm gonna make some chicken rice soup for dinner tonight, and then I think I'm gonna, what else was I gonna do? I'm gonna whip up some Cowboy Caviar. It's been on my list since last week. I wanna do it this week. So you'll see me in a minute, we'll make some more food. Okay, we're moving right along with our day. I've got kids going, having breakfast so we can start our school. I'm gonna mix up Cowboy Caviar right now. This is a recipe from my girlfriend Tammy. So good. I remember having it at a church function and it was like, that was the best tasting stuff I've ever had. And so it's so simple. I'm adding, I think I don't even have lima beans on here. There's no lima beans in the recipe, but I'm gonna add lima because I have that. So basically I'm gonna drain all these and I'll mix up the liquid, add it to it. You're supposed to chop up a jalapeno. I don't have that. I'll just add in a few red pepper flakes. That's gonna work. So recipe on the screen, this is great to have just with, I just add it as a side to like my salad or with rice or something. You can use it with tortilla chips, whatever you want. It's so good. Cowboy Caviar. Okay, so saw me cutting the plastic cover that's sliding. I do have, right over there is a wooden one. I just didn't get it out. My own fault. Let me put the mixture on the screen of the liquid to pour in. Okay, so this is mixed up. If it sits, it will absorb the flavor and be delicious. So I'm just gonna put this in the refrigerator. Later we'll have it with tortilla chips. I might even take it today to a ladies group I'm going to, but delicious. All I gotta do is make my chicken soup, which I already have chicken in the refrigerator. I'm just gonna chop it up and make soup for these Kaiser rolls and make little soup bowls out of them. Really easy supper. Dinner tonight. Cookies are almost done. I got one sitting over here, and then the other one, the pies are in the oven. So great baking, making treats, making all the food today. Doing school, and in between I'm gonna chop up stuff for chicken rice soup. Put the recipe on the screen. Okay, so for this soup, usually I add cheese to it. It's cheesy. chicken rice soup, but I'm gonna skip the cheese because of my kids that can't do cheese. So basically this is it, just boil it with the rice, it'll be fine. And then what I'll probably do is the ones that want it, I have like cheese slices or shredded cheese, they can just put that in theirs when it's really hot and it'll melt, and then they're gonna put it in those little bread bowls, pull it the middle, set it inside. Dinner is done. All right, so this moment's done. I have school to do today. It can be a good day for me. We got all the desserts, all the delicious things, all those energy bites. It's been a good baking morning. So I'm gonna go get school done with everybody. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Think Christmas. We'll see. Maddie says bye. Bye. So let's go read our Proverbs for the day. Proverbs 37. 2 things I have asked of you. Do not deny them to me before I die. Keep deception and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that is my portion, so that I will not be full and deny you and say, who is the Lord? Or that I will not be poor and steal, and so profane the name of my God. Do not slander or malign a servant before his master, which means to stay out of another personal life. Or he will curse you for your interference, and you will be found guilty. There is a generation that curses its father and does not bless its mother. There is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet is not washed from its filthiness. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are raised in arrogance. There is a generation whose teeth are like swords, and whose jaw teeth are like knives, to devour the afflicted from the earth and the needy from among men. Have a beautiful rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.